Hello, everybody. Come on in, guys. All right, I'm back on. I want to speak a little bit about the president of Nigeria arriving in St. Lucia. What is his purpose for coming to St. Lucia? And so many St. Lucians are living in poverty. Is this the right time to invite the president of Nigeria to St. Lucia? And I am going to critique. I'm going to critique and I'm going to speak as the Lord leads me. Because why is he in St. Lucia? You know, there's a lot of people who continue to say, we want to go back to our African roots. I don't want to go back to no African roots. Y'all are so ignorant with this going back to African roots. Who on earth want to go back to live to Africa? Them people out there, we are black people. We are black people. But who say that we are linked up to African roots? Who want to go back to African roots? And my question is that, why is this man in St. Lucia? He has the most corrupt government. The only way Philip J. Pierre can invite this man, Philip J. Pierre would not call for a National Day of Prayer in St. Lucia. He wouldn't do nothing. But he shut down both airports. As a matter of fact, I was a bit shamed to see the airports of St. Lucia look like that. If you are going to invite a head of state in an island, first of all, you got to fix the hospital because you all ain't got no good health care. Fix the hospital and fix the airport because the airport ain't good. Okay, give me 5 minutes. Let me drink my tea. Before you invite a head of state, to a country, make sure that you got things right. Look at that. The tarmac ain't look good at all. Look at that. If you're gonna invite somebody to your house, make sure that you have everything good. So why is Philip J. Pierre inviting the Nigerian
River State? The Minister of the FCT and former Governor Nyesom Wike confirmed that his rift with Governor Siminalayi Fubara was resolved following a peace meeting brokered.
So I'm looking at the tarmac. And before you invite somebody, why didn't you clean the tarmac? You invite the president for all Nigeria, and you will clean the tarmac.
By President Bola Tinubu, there being honored as he pays a visit to St. Lucia. He will pay courtesy calls on the Governor General, Iro Charles, and the Prime Minister, Philip Kier. And he would also make a presentation to joint session of the Senate and the House of Assembly of St. Lucia.
All right. My question, though, St. Lucians should ask the question of, hello, Val, why is the everybody we going back to our African roots. I want to go back to no African roots. I am a black woman, but that doesn't mean that I have any ties to Africa. I got no ties to Africa. Your Prime Minister just get me tired. God help us. we want to go back to our African roots. What African roots? What African roots? So why is this man in St. Lucia and your airport need to be fixed? The airport is in such bad condition and you bring a man, a head of state in a country like that. He must be laughing at you. You know why I'm laughing? I'm laughing because the policemen that are doing the show right there in white, they look like they need help too, because they look hungry. Those policemen look hungry. And if I was bringing somebody to a country that looks so poor, it looks so poor, wait until you can really give a fanfare for a head of state. I am ashamed of St. Lucia. The tarmac want cleaning. Maybe the rain was falling. The tarmac want cleaning. Not only that, the policemen look hungry. So, look at that. That is not a very good welcome. Look at... All right, let me finish talk. You know, I just went on YouTube and I seen this. Even the camera people, they don't even know how to bring in a head of state because it does not look organized. It don't look organized. Breaking President whatever Timbo arrived St. Lucia on official visit. Y'all should have waited to do that, okay? Y'all should have waited to do that. So this is on the taxpayers' money in St. Lucia. I looking at the camera. People want some. Let me finish. Listen, if you are going to do something, you better do it good. That is a poor way to invite a head of state. It's a very poor way to invite a head of state to a country. If you, I know, I am ashamed.
Wike said both sides agreed to bury the hatchet and work together as one political family.
Well, I don't know. This is a very poor way to invite a head of state, because I looking at the tarmac want cleaning, the grass want cutting down on the tarmac. It is not well manicured. I wonder when the Nigerian president entered the airport, he probably wanted to know, wait, this is a garbage place. What's going on here? Before you invite somebody to your house, fix what need to be fixing. You invite the man. What is he in St. Lucia for? What is his purpose there? Both you and that man is corrupt. Both you, because the Nigerian people don't want him in power. Maybe some solution want you in power. Look, I really have a big problem where there is so much killing in St. Lucia. So much killing in St. Lucia. And if you're going to invite somebody, make sure you got things properly. I'm ashamed. I am ashamed. Where the Nigerian president look like he soon have dead. I hope your emergency facilities can help him, because they will have to airlift him. They're gonna have to airlift him from St Lucia, cause your hospital ain't good, your emergency thing ain't good. So if the man have a heart attack in St Lucia, what's gonna happen? What is gonna happen if he has a heart attack there? Cause nothing ain't good there. What's gonna happen? I see he walking there. He may soon get a heart attack. Now listen, if you're really gonna invite a head of state, that look very poor. That look very poor to invite a head of state. Let me see, about 12 or 13
wondered, what if growing older didn't have to mean slowing down?
12 or 12 or 13 policemen? That is a very poor way. I wonder when that man enter the Viewfort airport, he probably want to know if there is put water, rain coming down, because that's not a good way to invite a head of state. And you have got your place right. What is he in St Lucia for? The tsunami may come while he's there, though. I know, you got me. That's a very poor way. So if the tsunami come, how are y'all gonna rescue the Nigerian president? I know. How are y'all gonna rescue? But let me pull this back up now. Ah, Jesus. Philip J. Player, you ain't got no class at all. Philip J. Player ain't got no class. If you are going to invite somebody, do it with class. I look at the tarmac while cleaning. You only clean the tarmac. You only do nothing at all.
And so she's still, well, was, of course, for very many years our head of state. But beyond that, when we became independent in 1979, and you can even talk about, just quickly, the religion. Lots of Christians and
now, Calix, we can look at the...
I really don't know. I really don't know. You know, a lot of people talk about, oh, I want to go back to Africa. I will never want to go back to Africa. I'm glad my ancestors left there. I don't care. Listen, I don't want to go back to Africa at all. I'm glad they left there and they came to St. Lucia and the rest of the Caribbean. Quiet going back there. He came to make ties with St. Lucia and other Caribbean country. For what? For what? Nigeria got nothing to give to the Caribbean. Nigeria does not have anything to give to the Caribbean. But you know what I'm looking at? I am looking at the way y'all invite a head of state. That was so Pepsi. That's a Pepsi way. The tarmac ain't clean. The tarmac needed cleaning. If you are going to invite somebody, clean the tarmac now. Just clean the tarmac. Well, the rain start here now. I don't know if I don't know if he can swim in St Lucia, but the rain can fall so much. Castries, the rain can fall so much that he can have to swim. Let me have a cup of tea. God help us. God help us. The Lord help us. If you're going to invite somebody to your country, make sure you're already prepared to invite the person. Because the tarmac ain't look clean at all, at all. I was ashamed. Maybe this is a voodoo tie. I want to see the rest of the place. Clean the tarmac now, man. And you have, listen, the amount of policemen that was there, that was not the right amount. Nigeria is one of the most corrupt nations. Maybe he brought some cemetery bones. St. Lucia is full of Obi already. He brought some bones to make them more foolish. Oh God. Y'all and y'all Philip JP. Y'all and y'all, I going and sleep. Y'all and y'all Philip JP. I know. I don't know. The tarmac didn't look clean though. Let me see what else I can see. Let me see what else. All right, so this is what I want to say. I want to say this tonight. Pray for St. Lucia. Pray for St. Lucia. What I see are good. What I see are good. I came down there and I told you. I can leave that one for another time. Pray for St. Lucia. Just pray for that country. But if you're going to invite somebody to your country, make sure you have everything clean up. Because the tarmac didn't look clean. All right, I'm gone. I have to go and sleep now. I have to go and sleep. God bless you. I know I'm going to get some curse. Some St. Lucians are going to come and curse me. But that's fine. Voodoo for election. I know. So I ain't right. But let's continue to pray. I love y'all. I'm going to bed, guys. I love y'all. I just want to tell the people of St. Lucia, hold on to God. That man is in power because of your sins. I think Alan Shastney or Kenny Anthony would have had more class than that man. I love Alan Shastney. He'd have a little bit of more class. Bye-bye.